there's certain times of year, there's just certain things that people do. In June, you know, people do strawberry festivals, and in July and August, it's peach festivals and stuff. But this is March, and this is maple syrup month.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Homepage Network. I'm Johanna Vogt. Something sweet is happening at Miller's Purely Maple, a local maple farm deep in the heart of Tioga County. Producing award-winning maple products, the Miller family has been hard at work in the maple business for many years now. Homepage correspondent Hava Simcox was on hand to find out more.
Today I'm with Dale Miller, who, with his wife, owns Miller's Purely Maple. Mr. Dale, thank you for being with us today.
Well, thank you very much for coming. I'm glad you did.
How did your maple business get started?
Well, my wife and I, we started the maple business we have now over 20 years ago. Actually, my brother and I had made some syrup way back in the 70s, and my wife had grew up on a farm where the same had taken place at her place, and even after my wife and I got married back in 1980, we continued making our own syrup for a few years. And we got away from it, life got busy, and kids come along and different things. And then in the early 90s, we decided that we would like to have our own maple syrup again, and so we started with a small operation and bought out a retired farmer and kept advancing it and growing it from just a few hundred taps to now we tap about 7,000 trees and making over 2,000 gallons of syrup a year.
Cool. Can you explain to us the process for making maple syrup?
Okay, the process of making maple syrup is basically real simple. People can make their own. But we're a little more advanced. We have pipeline, food grade tubing and pipe in the woods that transfers the sap to our tanks and ultimately right to our sugar house. We have a reverse osmosis machine where we use pressure to actually squeeze some of the water out of the sap so we don't have to boil quite so much. Every operation is always going to have to boil the sap. The boiling process is what gives maple syrup its color and its flavor. They have an evaporator. The evaporators can be fired by a number of different things. A lot of people use wood, even though that's getting much less prevalent. We ourselves use natural gas. A lot of people use oil. And we boil that sap. We need to take that up to about 7 degrees above the boiling point of water to make it syrup. We're looking for at least 66 degrees Brix. That's the amount of sugar that's in the water, in the sap. And then we take that off and filter it, and then we can do the jugs and stuff like you see behind us here.
What are some things that you make from maple syrup?
Making maple syrup is basically just sugar. And so anything that people use sugar for, we can oftentimes make with maple. The difference is it has a unique flavor, and it's all natural. And so we make different things. We start out making the all-natural products like maple cream, maple candy. We make maple lollipops, and my wife has a thing where she does lots of rubs. She makes rubs and stuff, which is very popular. So we actually make about 30 different products.
Thank you, Mr. Dale.
Okay, thank you very much.
And when we come back, we'll learn how you can experience this firsthand. Stay with us.
We don't just work for the community, we're part of the community.
Your community is our community. Ordinary people providing extraordinary service. Pen Oak Realty.
Welcome back, and thank you for supporting our Homepage family of advertisers. Mr. Dale, what can people expect to experience at your open house this year?
Okay, at our open houses, we always try to give people a pleasant experience. We like to make them feel comfortable at our farm. We open our farm up and allow people to come in and actually see what we do. A lot of people have no idea how much work goes into making maple syrup and the different aspects about it, and they have a lot of questions and that stuff. We try to be very educational. We try to answer people's questions. We have a lot of different things out and for people to look at and actually touch and feel and learn that way. So it's just a fun day that people can come.
When and where is this event happening?
Okay, this event is happening here March 21st and 22nd at our farm.
Be sure to stop by Miller's Purely Maple soon for your own marvelous maple products. Thank you for joining us today on the Homepage Network.
Looking for your favorite men's sportswear brands? Check out our selection of Woolrich, Columbia, Pendleton, Carhartt, and Under Armour. We've handpicked the best of the best just for you. Come find out why the locals say there's something about Dunham's men's department.